welcome back. I've been seeing a lot of graffiti and creepy posters around lately. A lot of people have been acting weirdly too. I wonder if it's somehow related to Nyx. Hey, let's go to Tartarus. A month's gonna totally fly by, you know? Calm down. I can't believe that the devs actually expected people to go to Tartarus like more than 2, maybe 3 times in a deadline at most. Even 3 seems like a stretch. The Moon social link in this game is so weird. I know there are some people who like hate it, and I don't love it. I'm not even really sure that I like it. I think it's like fine. I think the problem with it is that like they have this underlying thing in the Moon social link about Nozomi. What the heck is this? Oh, Akihiko has a hangout. We're definitely gonna do that tonight. They have this underlying thing about Nozomi's brother, but Nozomi's brother only comes up in like the first 3 links. It comes up in like rank 3 or 4, or 3 and 4 maybe, or something like that. And then it comes up at the very end in 10. But they have that weird cult thing where he's like, oh, reborn in paradise and you have to like pay entrance fees or whatever. And they do that for like 4, maybe 5 of his rank ups, like in the middle. The first like 3 or 4 are like, oh, I wonder what's going on with his brother. I mean, this kid's a little annoying, but he does the funny little moonwalk. I wonder what he's got going on. Then they do the cult stuff for like half of his social link. And then at the end, it doesn't even, like the whole cult thing that he's a part of doesn't even have like a resolution to it. He never talks about whatever cult he was a part of. He never mentions anything about paradise or his fees or whatever, like after that point. The ending one is back to being about his brother again. It almost feels like there are two different social links, right? They had one half of a social link, which is about like him having a little brother who was a fraternal twin and was better than him in every way, and he had like an inferiority complex because of it, which is honestly like an interesting thing to go on. And even in that last bit, like something really interesting about how like his brother died instead of him to food poisoning, and how he like at the time he was like, I'm a terrible brother, but I like almost felt a little relieved that I wouldn't be compared anymore, which is, you know, terrible, but also like very human and all. But like that's his social link from 1 to 4 and then like rank 10. But like rank 5 to 9, and I'm, you know, estimating the numbers, rank 5 to 9 is like a completely different thing where he's like obsessed with this paradise thing and a part of some cult and scamming people, and then they just like kind of, well, it's so weird. It's like they're 2 different social links that are only half done and were thrown together. And I actually wonder if there was a time where they came up with 2 different ideas for a social link, but only came up with half of a social link for both of them. And then they were just like, just mesh them together. So just like, you know, put them together and they'll make a social link. For me, the cult is his hope of being reunited with his brother. Well, obviously you can like assume that, yeah, but the game doesn't like actually tackle that, does it? The game does link it a little bit where like, you know, he feels inferior to his brother, and then he he says stuff about the cult, like when he goes into the afterlife or paradise or whatever, he'll have a new, better body. So you can see there's meant to be a link there, but they don't really explore it because they don't explore his brother at all, other than very, very loosely. The bit where in that like rank 10 we just did, where he mentions who his brother was and like how he felt about him and all that, that's the kind of thing that should happen in like rank 7 or 8. And then you have like a couple of ranks after that where he like, you know, concludes that whole thing. Not just like, hey, here's like the entire crux of my character and it's resolved at the very last rank without hardly being mentioned in ranks like 3 to 9. It's really weird, but at the end of the day, I know some people just really like hate Nozomi's rank and are like he's the absolute worst and all that, but I'm like, it's whatever. Like, I would never rank him highly, but I also can think of other links of characters that I just actively disliked in multiple cases. But like Nozomi's is just kind of there. I actually kind of wonder if Nozomi sort of benefits from the fact that 3 has a lot of lackluster social links. I think we've talked about this, and we'll talk about it more when I get to the credits for sure and talk about the game. But there are a lot of links in 3 that are just kind of like there, that I'm just kind of like, they're fun, whatever. There aren't like a ton of really, really high tier ranks like how I feel there are in 4 and 5. But there also aren't many that are just like absolute, like, man, this is one of the worst ones of all time. Which I feel like that in 4 and 5, where there's a link or two where I'm just like, man, I hated this one, kind of deal. But anyways, I've rambled long enough. Sorry, something in my throat. Let's talk to Akihiko.
Yo.
There you are. You free now? I sure am.
Yes.
All right. You decided what you want to eat?
All right. I think it's finally time for me to pay you back for everything.
I see you two are together again today.
Oh, Kurosawa, hello.
Kurosawa-san, I don't usually see you around here. Is there something wrong?
No, I'm just helping patrol the area. You might have noticed already, but the city's been feeling a little different lately. We can't be sure what'll happen. Make sure not to stay out too late.
Thanks. You be careful too.
I will. At any rate, this is perfect timing. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Recently, your friend here's been bothering me about my work. I don't know what he's up to, but I'm hoping you might have an idea.
Are you talking about Akihiko? He looks up to you, probably. I look up to you. What a good guy, Officer Kurosawa. I'm glad that they brought him back in Arena. I vaguely remember you absolutely despising the Death Social Link in 4. Yes. I really need to go through... I need to play Persona 4 again. I played Persona 4 Golden twice. Once on my channel, and then a second time on my own, but when I played it on my own, I was trophy hunting. So I probably wasn't paying as much attention as I would in a normal playthrough, because I was just trying to get, like, all the Rizé lines and whatnot. But the Death Social Link in 4 is probably my least favorite social link in any of the games. But honestly, it's been such a while, I really need to watch it again and kind of reaffirm if I still feel that way or not. But I remember the gist of the Death Social Link in 4, and I really did not like the angle they took with it, like, at all. He looks up to you.
Oh, you thinking of becoming a police officer?
No. Well, I haven't really thought that far yet. I just figured I should get to know you better, Kurosawa-san, since you've done so much for me.
I've had my eye on this guy for a long time, but I have to say, he's changed a lot this past year. Is this your doing? If it is, then I hope you'll keep looking after him. He has a tendency to get himself into trouble when you're not watching. Oh, and just to illustrate what I mean, at the end of last year, we had an incident where a large number of gang members were found knocked out at Naganaki Shrine. It seemed to be the result of a fight, but no matter who we asked, they all claimed it was their own fault. The attacker is still unknown. We thought it might have been a clash with another gang in the area, but some of our sources suggest there were only 2 culprits. The most surprising part is no one found at the scene had any actual injuries. It's kind of unbelievable considering their sheer numbers. Whoever did it must have been pretty skilled. But in the end, the victims were just a group of infamous punks. They probably pushed their luck one too many times and got what was coming to them. It's very likely the other side acted in self-defense, and with no injuries, we probably don't need to pursue this case any further.
You're dropping it.
I have no idea why the two of you would look so relieved to hear this. I may be an officer of the law, but I'm a human being first. If there are those with integrity who know how to use the power they're given, then I'm not above helping that cause.
I think I'm starting to see the path I need to take. Thank you, Kurosawa-san.
I haven't done anything to deserve thanks. I was just musing to myself. Things may have turned out fine this time, but you'd better avoid pulling a stunt like that again. Nowadays, it's becoming more common for goons like them to carry guns. Maybe it's inevitable given how connected the world is, but things just seem more dangerous lately.
Sonata-san can handle it. He's on it. He can fight bears. And I know that because I'm a bear doctor.
I don't know about that. Against a gun, you'd have to feint and approach from the side. Nothing abroad, though. Now that's a thought. I'll have a lot of freedom once I graduate. It might be fun to see how far my fist can take me.
There he goes again. Jokes aside, you certainly get a lot of opportunities when you're young. I do miss that sometimes. Maybe the three of us can get together for a drink someday. Well, I'll be on my way.
Someday, huh? You know, I've had to do a lot of thinking about the future lately, what with entrance exams and all. No matter what path I take, I intend to keep on fighting. But I'm sure there are some things out there I won't be able to do alone. That's why someday, I want to become a leader just like you. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. We've got a job to do before that. I'm gonna protect you and all my friends. I'm gonna fight for our futures. And I'm gonna be the big brother she'd be proud of. That reminds me, I should give these to you before I forget.
Hand wraps. Let's go. So this is probably the last hangout with Akihiko if he's given us a key item.
Go ahead and use those if you want. I'll teach you how to wrap them later.
Is there a reason for this?
No particular reason. But if you have those on, they'll stabilize your grip on your weapon during battles. Just take them for now. They're what let me use my fists to their full potential. In a way, you do the same thing for me. All right. How about we end the night on a high note with some good eating? Anything goes today, so don't be shy. I'll be taking care of the check.
Generous.
For tonight, at least, you and I will be going strong for years to come. You'll get your turn eventually. All right, let's go.
Two of us ate and had a spirited discussion about the upcoming battle. Oh, we can use Horus now. How nice. Please just put me back in school already. Just want to be able to level up my social links, I'm begging you. These extra messages to get more social points is nice, but it doesn't help. I have all the social points I need, the game does not give me enough days to get them to rank up. Oh, Koromaru is who we're hanging out with today, brothers. I thought that we were all done with Koromaru hangouts. What a pleasant surprise. What a very pleasant surprise indeed. Everyone wants to talk. The cult has this mantra, if you believe you will be saved. Does anyone actually think that's true? Kind of reminds me of those ads at the back of a magazine. You know, the ones that say, buy this product and you'll be happier.
By the way.
Oh, whoops, I double clicked.
By the way.
The cult keeps preaching about salvation and deliverance, but the meaning of salvation is different from person to person. There are those who desire riches, who want to buy what they need, who wish for world peace. Just what does that cult think their salvation is?
Hey there.
Mysterious cases, that's all they're talking about on the news. Up until now, the reports on shadow incidents had been altered before being publicized, right?
Yes.
Yes, that goes the same for the victims. The public receives a watered-down version of the truth. If a person is found unconscious, it's framed as a mugging. If a person goes missing, it's reported as a kidnapping. That's how they've been handled. However, the problem is that these incidents are sporadic and the culprits are never identified.
Let's see.
In the end, they're classified as mysterious cases because nothing about them is unexplainable.
I see.
So it's the sheer number of cases that's arousing suspicion. Things are getting pretty serious.
Hello.
Cases of apathy syndrome are on the rise again. There have been a lot of people reported missing as well. This is not good. Society is crumbling before our eyes, isn't it always?
Excuse me.
Koromaru-san's gaze is strong and unwavering, as if he is only looking towards the future. When he joined us, he was the only one capable of using 2 different theurgies.
Yes.
Now I think I understand why. By the time Koromaru-san met us, he had already crossed a major milestone. Indeed he had.
Oh yeah.
School's starting again. I wonder how everyone's doing. Probably the same.
Yeah.
That's true. We didn't have a long enough vacation for anyone to change. Everyone's so interested in the cults, there are news reports on it every single day. Makes me sick. I hope our school won't be obsessed with it too. I'm sure it'll be fine, don't worry.
That.
I really hope so. It'd be seriously depressing if it wasn't. All right, let's go hang out with my boy Koromaru. Well, 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 if it isn't the bestest boy. Bark indeed, my friend. Let's hang out. Accidentally hit square there.
Koromaru, I'm back!
Koromaru, you're so warm.
The kids are playing pretty rough with Koromaru. Hey, 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 don't be rough to my boy.
Don't get sick, okay, Koromaru? Lots of people haven't been looking so good lately.
They say if you smile when you gargle, you won't get infected.
What?
And if your feet get too cold, you'll catch depression. So bundle up when you sleep.
Okay, see you guys later!
Quite exciting over here. Well, it's been different around town lately, don't you think? So many people with dead looks in their eyes. Not to mention the wild stories going around. I couldn't help but worry. So I came to check in on you. But it looks like I had nothing to worry about. So that's enough of that for now. Next time, I'll bring some snacks, all right?
Lots of people are uneasy about the bizarre events around the world. I'm counting on you, Koromaru.
Oh, there they are. Ooh, and beat. And it's been getting chillier, too. Ah, right. Do you know how to play Shogi, young man?
No, I'm waiting for Hifumi to teach me. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'll just lie.
Ah, excellent, excellent. Then, would you humor this old man with a game?
Oh no, I've been called out. He called my bluff. As a knight of the Togo Kingdom, I must do my best to rise to this challenge. Koromaru seems like he's up for it.
Well then, shall we begin? I don't have anyone to play with these days. This is going to be fun.
Koromaru and I played Shogi with the old man.
Hey, hold it! Kora-chan, it's too early for that hint.
What's going on over here?
Oh, pardon us. We are right in front of the entrance, aren't we?
Oh, no, don't worry about it.
Of course. This is a student dorm, right? And does that mean you'll leave this place one day too, young man? I see. Well, Koromaru, looks like the next batch of students will look after you too. Life may be filled with goodbyes, but they never get any easier.
Check.
What?
That was a good move.
So what? We're just getting started.
I didn't, like, touch the board, I don't think. Did I move the piece with my mind?
That was a good match. I'll have to stop by again.
I can't believe they just put all of the best characters on screen at the same time. Like Mitsuru, Koromaru, old guy that plays Shogi. They're all here. We're just missing Ryoji, really.
Until next time, you two. And to that lovely lady over there. Adieu.
My new headcanon is that this guy is like Hifumi's granddad or something. That's my new headcanon. None of you can stop me.
Moving out of the dorms. That would be some point after we finish our fight. It's hard to even imagine right now, but it's something we'll have to face in the future. After all, we're fighting so we can even have a future. Don't you worry, Koromaru. Everyone will love you.
Oh no! My Shogi pieces.
Is that the old man from earlier?
Shogi pieces are scattered on the ground by the old man's feet. Didn't he have them in like a bag? I should probably help him out. Koromaru and I helped the old man and walked him back to his home.